Hi everybody, this video is going to be about you and your planets and Saturn. So this is following on from my previous videos about my astrology learning, and yeah, obviously I can't memorize it all, so I've got notes. But honestly, I'm absolutely loving what I'm learning, so much to it. And I've started to ask for people's birth date details so that I can do their birth chart, because I think I'm coming to the end of this book, and I've decided to put it all in Excel to try and make like more logical sense, because that's how I tend to learn. And then I just literally put the details in, and it kind of populates all the information, which gives you a lot more detail than a birth chart might, in terms of the characteristics and things like that. So yeah, so I'm coming up to reading about the houses, which is another topic. So let's finish with the planets first. So we're talking about Saturn today, and then my next video is going to be Uranus. So Saturn is the planet of responsibility and symbolizes hard work. It disciplines us until we can discipline ourselves. It's the planet of diligence, self-control and limitations. It's about patience, stability. It's about maturity and realism. Sounds all very responsible, doesn't it? All this sort of stuff. It teaches us lessons we've got to learn, and it won't give us more than we can handle, which is a bit like our subconscious. Our subconscious doesn't give us more than we can handle. So it's quite similar in that regard. When we've got Saturn's influence in our chart, we achieve by overcoming obstacles and hardship. Also, the astronomy part, it's the sixth planet from the sun. It's a large planet, second in size to Jupiter. So Jupiter's the largest planet, and then Saturn. And it moves quite slowly round the sun. So it takes 29.5 years to complete one orbit. That's crazy. 29.5 years. And the day on Saturn is 10 hours and 14 minutes long. Short days. Saturn's position in your chart indicates how well you can accept responsibility, if you're self-disciplined, and what delays and opposition you can expect to experience. So once you've got your birth chart, you'll know whether or not you've got Saturn in, or where it is in your chart, and obviously how it influences you at different times of your life now as an adult. So when the Saturn's influence is prominent, you're reliable, you're trustworthy, and you're patient. It gives us power to endure and provides tenacity, perseverance to realise our potential. It affects delays. Oh yeah, so it delays rewards until they're earned. Ooh. It's a planet of courage, steadfastness and integrity. It can make a person overly ambitious, calculating and selfish, solitary, inhibited and unhappy. So I'm finding that when we're learning about all these different planets and its influences, it's kind of interesting. And I think the more I learn about it and the more I know, and over time, it's going to be interesting to know where the planets are at the moment, and if I'm being affected or how I'm being affected at that time. So if I'm struggling with making decisions, or if I'm not feeling particularly happy, you know, maybe if Saturn's in my chart at that time, then that's why that is going to have an influence on my mood or how I'm behaving. And, you know, the whole thing about, is this going to be a good time to make decisions, and stuff like that. So I think it's a really good guide that maybe we haven't given enough credit to. But as I go through, I'm learning more, so we'll see. So the negative side of Saturn is the inflexibility. There's an element of cruelty, humorless and pessimism. Also, it represents illness, handicaps and misfortune. And Saturn is basically our destiny, and it rules our fate. So quite a big one, that. So yeah, so next time I'm going to be talking about Uranus. So please do follow me if you aren't already, and you will see all the videos that I've done previously on my astrology journey, and obviously more to come. So you're kind of learning with me.